Hey guys, back with another video here. I've done a bunch of videos now, and something that I want to do, I've done videos with specific topics, and now I want to start stacking those videos together to really help you get on to the next little leg in the adventure here, right? We're on the home stretch of the last 90 days. And the first little bit I'd like to do is on thoughts and words. And I've done a few videos on both, but I need you guys to become aware that in the beginning, you can't always control your thoughts. It's for one, it's not a habit. For two, you've never tried to control them before. For three, some of you have never really even thought, right? It's just reality. All we're doing is worrying about the future or living in the past that we've already know what happened, right? We're never in the present moment actually thinking or creating. When these gangsters show up, these negative thoughts that have been going on for however old you are, for quite a while, right? Since you ended getting programmed and you've been going on through your life, you'll understand what I'm saying. You have negative thoughts. A lot of people just go negative immediately. Something happens, their habit is to go negative first, right? And so one thing you can really do that I need you to become aware of is that's okay. The way to correct that, to give the power back to you, is you can control your words. If something terrible happens, you don't have to cuss. You don't have to talk bad about somebody. You don't have to get even by saying something negative about somebody who said something negative about you, right? You can stop, time out, don't say anything until you get in the present, and then start saying positive things, right? Now you just took the power back. Now you are in control of your life. You don't have to let this negative thing come into you, get your self-talk going negatively, and then get more negative coming back to you, right? The boomerang, I just did a video on boomerangs the other day. These two, in the very beginning, this is a huge thing, right? You're at work, or you're driving in traffic, or somebody calls you and says, hey, one of your friends said something, or something happened. Life, right? Something happened. You can't always, in the beginning, the thoughts are going to come in. Sometimes you're not evolved enough or aware enough how to not let those negative thoughts come in. We can't stop them in the beginning. They're just bombarding us. And then we go into whatever our instant habit is, whether that's worry, fear, doubt, limiting, whatever it is for you, right? And then we start our inner dialogue. And this all happens immediately. There's no, it's automatic. You get the news, you get that feeling, and you start the inner talk. Or you're with someone and you're having a conversation with them and get the news, or they told you the news, and then you start that rapport with them, right? Once you understand, you don't have to do that. You don't have to jump under the negative wagon, and you don't have to retaliate, and you don't have to, if you want to really change your life, you will start seeing things change very quickly if you start adopting this and start doing this, right? And if you need to go back and watch some of my other videos on thoughts or speaking and some of the things that I'm talking about right here, this is the first time you've seen my video or anything to do with me. And so you get that, and it happens to me, right? There's things that happen in life all the time, right? But I've made it a habit. I'll give it maybe a half a second or a second or two of energy, but I automatically know it's going to work out for my highest good. I've made that a law for myself. Everything works out for my highest good. That's one of my core beliefs. If a car crashed right in front of me and I got to sit in 20 minutes worth of traffic, that happened for my betterment. Maybe I was going to get in an accident at the next light, or I was going to rear end someone, or a tree was going to fall. Something, right? That's how I live. Everything happens for my highest good. I don't let anything that's going on, or I need to work on patience, right? That 20-minute delay I can listen to more videos. I can have a better dialogue. I can get more inner conversation with myself before I get home, and then I have to get busy with life and dinner and family and children, and you know what I mean? And I know it's probably annoying in the beginning. It was annoying for me too, listening to Bob or listening to people that I was studying talk about, don't be negative, don't be negative, don't be negative. It's like, dude, I'm getting bombarded constantly, but it's because all of your boomerangs are coming back. You've put out so much negative, it just keeps coming back. And until you stop reacting and start responding, that's when you take all your control back, right? A dog is at a very low state, animalistic state. It's fight or flight constantly, right? And a lot of humans are like that. You need to get to at least the next state where you start to become aware of, I don't have to react to everything that happens. And I especially don't have to react negatively. I get to choose. I get to make it a positive, or I can make it a negative. But it's you who's doing it. You can only be mad at yourself. You can't be mad at someone else. Eventually, you guys are going to understand, nobody can make you mad. You have to allow them to make you mad, right? But our self-esteem is so low that somebody says one little snood remark and we get all butthurt. The longer you go on, you're going to start looking back and being like, wow, I was a pansy. I took everything personally. I had super low self-esteem, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? It's just all from your thoughts and your dialogue and things that you've done in your life. That I've done other videos on why habits are really important. Not only just because of all the benefits of health, wealth, love, and happiness, but also your self-esteem is the huge one. Every time you've told yourself, you made a New Year's resolution and you were going to change something in your life, and then 14 days later you weren't doing it, it just erodes your self-esteem. I'm going to get in shape. I'm going to be a better parent. I'm going to be a better friend. I'm going to change this. I'm going to change that. And then you never do. You'll do it temporarily, 3 weeks. I'm going to start a business, 4 weeks. Then you don't ever do it again, right? I mean, at some point you got to come honest with yourself and just say, yeah, I fall into that trap. I do. Or I'm still working on something, but I only put about an hour a week into it. Like, that's a long haul, right? It's going to take for eons to do anything like that. That's where if you only go to church and praise and worship for an hour and a half a week, I would rethink that. I would start busting the Bible out at home or finding a Bible study, or you need way more than that. You need to be immersed in whatever it is you're wanting to do in your life, whether that's connect with God or start a business or become a good partner in a marriage or a relationship. You got to put effort in. So when those negative thoughts come in, just try hard. You're not going to be able to do it, right? I mean, it's just, everything is repetition. You have to build this repetition. This is the only way this stuff works. You can either have a extreme traumatic experience happen, which will start to change your paradigm, or repetition. That's it. I don't want you to have to wait for the traumatic experience. I want you to use repetition and stop a traumatic experience from happening in your life. That's one of my goals. That's what I want. I don't want you to wait for the doctor to tell you have cancer. I don't want you to wait until your wife or your husband has cancer and they're dying and you're scared and don't know what to do and you've never had a job, or you know nothing about money or the finances, or you have little kids, or I don't want that for you. I want to start way before any of that happens. And I know everyone, I haven't figured out why everyone waits, but every day I'm trying to figure out and trying to stop as many people as I can from waiting until the traumatic thing happens for them to make change in their life. So that's what I'm here. That's what I'm trying to do. If you want me one-on-one or more than just my videos right now, I'm kind of in the blind because people aren't leaving any comments, so I don't really know what you guys are really going through or what you want to talk about, or how to really craft a plan for you to really help you in whatever your goals are. Reach out, right? And subscribe, please, so other people can see this video. Get my journal, New Paradigm 90-Day Challenge. You can get it on Amazon or our website. Start changing your life. I mean, you might have a good life. You can make it better, right? We have to keep growing. The top producers in the world they're growing every day. constantly reading and learning and growing and understanding and making more of an awareness of whatever it is they're trying to become aware of. So keep smiling. This is going to be a really good year, especially if you started day one, or if you're going to take some action and go back to my first video and get a journal and really start crushing it and get caught up. You're going to be, I promise you, your whole life will change. My whole life changed. My finances, my relationships, my health, my outlook on life. I mean, things are happening, and you'd say it's magic, but it's not. It's the laws of the universe. It's how things work. Until you become aware of that, you're fighting through the physical. I don't want you to do that. Right? And if you're just one of those people that just devours information and never takes action, and that's fine. But you should look up Neville Goddard or Joe Dispenza or Ed Milet, or, there's a slew of people. If you're just an information gatherer and you're not a doer, right? I would look at some of their stuff too. If you just are fascinated with information and, that's all you really do is gather information. There's some really good people with some really in-depth studies, 40-year studies that could really help you that way too. If you want to start at the beginning and just start getting these habits changed, then stay tuned and keep watching and subscribe, and yeah, you'll be rocking, I promise. Thanks guys, have a good day. Bye.